Greetings. I'm online and on the air, bringing you guys another art tutorial because I strongly believe that education should be free. In some places it is, not here in corporate America. Alright, in this tutorial, or in these set of notes, whatever you want to call them, what I wanted to cover was controlling the different levels of composition, the foreground, the middle ground, and the background, the elements therein, and different levels of a composition in terms of like saturation and contrast. Now, in terms of controlling different elements of your composition, where am I? Okay, there we go. Don't be afraid of being restricted by where your elements are placed in in your image. Like, take advantage of the different levels. There isn't just a single level that you can put elements in. See, like each level of the image can be its own thing, can be unique. You can have like stuff in like the far background, right? Like here I got like Sith Lords holding like lightsabers in my far background, right? And you can do like a composition for your far background. You're gonna have to forgive me if you find I'm like regurgitating stuff, repeating information, but there's like a saying, something about repetition being the mother of perfection or something like that. I can't remember the saying, but it's like good if you really want to like learn something. Like, don't take it like personally or anything like that. It's just it's a learning tool. So like there's like so much stuff out there, so much information. I hear if I'm being told the same thing over and over again, I'm happy to hear it because it means I'm more likely to retain it. Sometimes I feel like there's like a hole in my head and information just goes in one ear and just comes out the other. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, take advantage of the three areas. Background, Sith Lords. I know it looks like a cloud of smoke, pretend they're like good-looking Sith Lords and they're very menacing and whatnot. Middle ground, you got your little Jedi heroine type character, and she's being like heroic and like, oh no, I'm screwed, I'm surrounded by Sith Lords. And in the foreground, you got your some more Sith Lords being all like, yeah, you really are. You're in deep doo-doo. You're not getting out of this one. Each one can be its own independent composition. You combine the foreground composition, middle ground composition, and background composition into a single composition and get these three grounds, fore, middle, and background, to work together to create a type of super composition. It's like a Megazord in Power Rangers. Think about composition in that way. It's like a Megazord. Each machine is like awesome by itself, but when they combine, they become even more awesome. They become like super awesome. Okay, where was I? Also, playing around with the size of the elements in your composition is also effective. The way eye direction works is it will usually be attracted to the biggest element first. In this case, it would be either my Sith Lords or the focal point. They're going to be the first two things you see. Alright? And then it will go to the next biggest, and then the next, and the next, and the next. The next element the viewer sees is usually smaller than the last element. If you don't know what to do for your composition, you can use basic shapes like this to help figure it out and move things around until you get what you need to tell your story most effectively. You know something? I've been giving a lot of thought. I don't think I've got enough time to... Well, I've got time. I just don't want to cram everything into like one thing like this. One video tutorial. So next time what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about what I intend to talk about this time. Levels in composition. Utilizing different contrast and different saturations inside of your image, inside your composition. So that's all for now. Until next time, keep drawing and have fun.